Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome. Well, I'm going to tell you, when I first started taking my GLP-1 medication, nobody warned me what my first 30 days would look like. And so I am here to share with you what that actually looked like for me and what it could possibly look like for you. So let me just share with you, I have been taking Mounjaro. I'm on my 23rd month, almost 2 years. Can you believe that? I am down 82 pounds and it has been a learning experience for me. And I would say the majority of it has been all good. I mean, it has just changed my life. This medication is life changing. And it could also be that way for you. You have to stick with taking the medication. And if something happens, you're thrown a curveball, things don't go as planned, you have to stick to it. So I'm going to give you some tips in this video that could help support you the first 30 days on your GLP-1 journey. Now I'm going to tell you, because I'm almost 2 years in, I wasn't planning on making this video. The reason why I made this video is because I have two friends, and one just recently started, maybe a week ago, taking a GLP-1. She's also taking Mounjaro. So I wanted her to know what this journey would look like. Of course, when you're a newbie, you're starting out, you have questions. And so I'm going to send this video to her. So I thought, why not share with everyone out there what to expect your first 30 days taking a GLP-1. So let's get started right away. This is a great list. The first thing you should expect is your appetite and your hunger cues are going to change. Your appetite will likely be reduced. You're not going to be as hungry, and it may feel a little bit strange if you're used to eating a lot. You probably won't be able to eat a whole lot, and that was kind of a learning curve for me. And I actually know that some people, including myself at times, have forgotten to eat. What if that happens to you? So let me give you a tip. Set a reminder to eat. That's right, a reminder to eat. Set a reminder on your phone, set a reminder on your iPad, your alarm clock, whatever you need to do. You're going to have to remind yourself to eat. And why are we eating? Because we still need protein and we still need nutrients for our body to function. And I want you to start thinking of food as providing nutrients. If you think of food in that way, you're going to make it a priority to eat. So good luck getting in that protein. Number 2. Smaller portions will satisfy you. Now, you won't be able to eat the volume of food you were able to eat before, which is one of the great things I think about the GLP-1. It really does curb your appetite. It really does suppress your appetite. And even a few small bites can just satisfy you. And that's going to be a shift if you're used to eating a large volume of food. But I'm going to tell you, when that happens, you could become nauseous, you could get sick, and that is going to make you not want to eat at all. You also are going to feel some discomfort if that happens. So I'm going to give you a tip. I want you to start with a half portion of whatever you were used to eating. Start eating half of that, right? Don't scale back to a few bites. I want you to focus on eating half of that and eat slowly. So if you can do those two things, you want to make sure you're getting your calories in. And I would also track what you're eating if you have to take pictures of your food, at least for the first week or the first couple of days, just so you can see the volume of food you're eating. Because sometimes we think we're eating a lot more than we are, and sometimes we can think we're eating a lot less than we are. So you want to make sure that you're eating at least half of what you normally eat and prioritize, again, that protein first. So number 3 is, I wish somebody had told me that I could be nauseous or my stomach would be upset, especially early on. Now we have to remember, when we're taking this medication, our body is on that first loading dose. For most people, I realize people start at different doses, but that first loading dose, if you're on that first loading dose like I was, I started off on Mounjaro 2.5. My body was just getting used to the medication, and I felt a little different, but I never really got sick. The only time I really got sick is when I ate something that I should not have been eating. And for me, that was some Mexican food. And boy, was it good. But I'm going to tell you, it was not worth me feeling sick and having diarrhea. So that wasn't so fun. That taught me that that's something that I should not do. A lot of people have said when they've gotten nauseous and have been feeling sick that it happened the first couple of weeks that they take the medication. So I'm just going to tell you, if you get nauseous or sick, you want to contact your doctor and let your doctor know, because your doctor can guide you on what to do. Now, since I've been taking this medication for almost 2 years, I really have not been sick, but I have been talking to people who are nauseous, stay nauseous at times. And I'm going to share with you some things that I know that have worked for other people. So here's a tip. Drink some ginger tea. Whatever brand of ginger tea you can get. I'm sure some brands are better than others, but if you have a ginger tea that you like, try that. They have ginger chews out there. People say that really works for them. Now, I'm going to tell you, the people that I know who are eating those ginger chews can eat a lot of ginger chews. So portion it out. But if it helps calm your stomach and stop being nauseous, then I would say take the ginger chews. Another thing is peppermint. They say peppermint. That's another good thing you can try to help calm your stomach. If you talk to a doctor and you need a prescription, they will probably prescribe Zofran. Zofran blocks serotonin, which is going to prevent you from vomiting. So if you have a severe case and you really need support, contact your doctor and they can prescribe you something to help. So now don't go telling them the Downsizing Diva said, give me Zofran. You talk to your doctor and you guys come up with whatever supports you. You may not need Zofran. Something else may work for you, but no one wants to eat when they're nauseous or have an upset stomach. So you really want to get ahead of that and take care of that. Number 4 is something I was a little bit prepared for because I bought all the things that I thought I needed to help, but I still wasn't prepared as I could have been. And that is changes in your restroom habits. So when you're taking a GLP-1 medication, it slows down your digestion, which is going to slow down your bodily functions moving. So in order to get those bowels moving, if you're not eating a lot of fiber, you're going to have to take a supplement. And I shouldn't say have to. You probably will be encouraged to take a supplement. Hopefully your doctor will talk with you about this. It's going to help you to get things moving. Now, if you're someone who does not have constipation and you do not need help going to the restroom, that's great. Most people I hear who have some sort of side effects is usually constipation, especially if you're taking Tirzepatide. A lot of people who I've talked to that take semaglutide or semaglutide, however you pronounce it, they may have an upset stomach or feel nauseous, but they don't necessarily talk about constipation. So hopefully you don't have any of it. But if you do, here's a tip. I want you to eat fiber, 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day. Talk to your doctor. Number 4 is changes in your restroom habits in the bathroom. Jeez Louise, this is something that I don't think I was expecting, but I thought I prepared a little bit for this one. Nobody really told me. I kind of did some research on my own and realized that this was going to either make my stomach upset or cause constipation, right? So I am happy to report that I didn't really have, and I haven't had a lot of being nauseous and being sick, my stomach being upset, which is good, but I bought things to prepare. I had Tums, I had all kind of things ready to go on board because I thought that I could get any of these things and I wanted to be prepared. Now, I'm going to caution you against going out and buying a bunch of stuff ahead of time until you know exactly what is going on with your body, because all those things I purchased, it was just kind of wasted money. I ended up not using any of them, which is a good thing. Now, I'm going to tell you, I did have an episode of diarrhea. I ate some Mexican food and it was good, but it wasn't worth what happened afterwards. The chips and the salsa of it all. Jeez Louise, it sent me straight to the restroom. My stomach was a little bit upset and that just taught me a lesson. That's something that I cannot eat. I can't eat that. And then I topped it off with trying to eat like a little bit of ice cream as a dessert. And I haven't done that since. And that was early on in my journey. And I learned not to do that. So I really haven't had any episodes of that. But I have had constipation. And I'm going to tell you, on the lower doses is where my constipation was more prevalent. So when I was on 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, when I got to 12.5 milligrams of Mounjaro, my constipation was a lot more regulated. Very seldom do I have to take some of the things that I started to take for constipation. So I'm just going to share with you what I was taking when I was having constipation. And for me, if I don't go within 2 days, I take something. So that's just my rule. You would have to talk to your doctor and get to know your body to see when that works for you. I mean, ideally, we should be going every day, but we know this medication is slowing down our digestive system. So it's not shocking that you're not going every day, but this will get you going. So one of the things I have taken, I should say, is psyllium husk. These are the caps. And so I still have a lot of these babies in there because it's something I really haven't needed to take a lot of, but that's something you can try. Another thing I take is Mag 07. I mean, this baby, when I tell you Mag 07 came in handy for me, and I actually have a link in my description for Mag 07. I'm actually an affiliate for NB Pure. I will say that if my NB Pure link is not in the description, you could just get it through Amazon. I'm telling you, this worked for me. This had me going. When I take this within 12 hours, I'm going to the restroom. So I love that. Another thing I was taking was Colace, and Colace is stool softener. Now I take the one that's not a stimulant. I think it makes me go. I don't know what it is, but you can also try some Colace if you want. And then another thing that I started taking that I learned from one of my live streams is Smooth Move Tea. I love saying smooth move. And so this is Smooth Move Tea. Now I'm going to tell you, I haven't had to take this yet, but it's ready to go. It's ready to go just in case I need it. And I thought in the summer, you know, I'm not a tea person, but I thought when it started to get closer to the fall and winter, I thought if I need something just to sip on, something that's warm to get me going, this is what I'm going to try, this Smooth Move Tea. So I have not yet used it, but I'll let you know. I'll report back and let you know how it works. But this is something you may want to try. So here we go. Now, if you don't want to do supplements, because a lot of people are, you know, some people say, I don't want to do a supplement, right? So here's a tip for you. If you do not want to do supplements, you could add actual food, right? Fruits, vegetables, and all of, you know, those yummy whole grains. If you eat some whole grains to get in the fiber, 25 to 35 grams is the goal. Now, you could also add some chia seeds to your salad, your yogurt, if you eat yogurt or cottage cheese. You can also add flaxseed to your food. That gives you a little bit of fiber there as well. So those are some of the ways you could add that extra fiber. I'm going to also tell you to get those bowels moving. You need to drink water, 64 ounces to 80 ounces is the goal. Talk to your doctor and get movement in. You want to get in that movement. Get movement in. The overall goal for the day is to get between 7 and 10,000 steps. But if that is a struggle or difficult for you, just walk 10 minutes after each meal. 10 minutes. That's going to help get your bowels moving, especially at that last meal, that dinner, whatever you have for dinner. I would definitely make sure you get the 10 minutes of walking in. That's just going to help keep you moving. You know, you got to move and let it flow. I always say, if you get the flowing, you might get to going. So hopefully that works for you. All right. So that brings us to number 5. Number 5 is increased thirst or dehydration. Now you might be saying, well, if I'm not hungry, I'm probably going to be thirsty. Well, actually they go hand in hand. If you are not eating a lot, you're probably not going to want to drink a lot. Now there might be some people out there that love to drink and sip on their drinks all day, and that's great. But a lot of people struggle, especially in the colder months, to drink more or even drink the minimum that they're supposed to drink. If you have to add something to your water, whether it be electrolytes or fruit or some kind of flavoring, it's going to help support you, right? Lemon is probably the best thing you can add to it, in my opinion. But I would say just add something to the water so you can actually drink the water. You just really need to drink that water. So you want to get that going. Here's my tip. Sip throughout the day. Get yourself a water bottle and let's just sip, sip, sip. Here we go. Throughout the day, that's what I do. I get that water in. If I don't do anything else, I'm getting my water in. So that brings us to number 6. You're going to experience a different relationship with food. And I almost don't like to say relationship because that makes it seem like you're so involved and you're too invested. But for some people, the food noise of it all, right? The food noise. That's what I mean by relationship with food. You're not going to have that food noise, hopefully. It's going to really quiet down. You're not going to have the cravings. You're going to do a lot less emotional eating. Now, I'm not saying it's all going to be gone, but that's going to change and you're going to notice a difference. You're going to notice a difference. It's almost like this is what normal people think or a normal relationship with food is. And I don't know if I love the word relationship, but for the purposes of this video, we're just going to use it. You may notice, and you know what? I am going to call this a relationship. I might change tomorrow, but for right now, I'm calling this a relationship because I've broken it off. I broke up with the food. And I am one of those emotional eaters that just really love that about this medication. And I wasn't expecting that. I'm starting to learn, even now, I'm still learning that food is fuel, not comfort, right? So you have to find other things to comfort you. You're going to have to find joy in other things because the food is not going to bring you as much joy. It's not going to comfort you the way it did before. So I just want you to be prepared for that. So come back to my channel. If you watch this video and you say, oh, Downsizing Diva, you were right. All right. So that takes us to number 7, possible fatigue or low energy at first. So as your body gets adjusted to eating less, it just makes sense, right? You're going to be tired, you're going to have less energy, your energy levels are going to dip. So what are you going to do? Here is a tip for you. I want you to prioritize eating that protein. Now, I keep saying protein, protein, protein. You need to eat that protein. I know for some people it's a struggle to eat the protein. I really do. So I'm going to give you a tip. To get the protein in, first of all, take small bites of protein. Make sure you schedule your meals just like you schedule everything else. Schedule when you're going to drink your water. And if you struggle, I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not. I'm just telling you what works for me, and what I wish somebody had told me is this is when the protein shake comes in handy. Now, I use Fairlife. I like the taste of it. When I look at the ingredients on the back, is it perfect? No, but they don't have a ton of ingredients like some of the other ones. That's why I choose it. I enjoy the taste of it, right? And so I just love it. So that one is 30 grams of fiber. I know some people are going to be down in the comments, and I want you to comment. They're going to be down in the comments saying, well, Fairlife has this in it, Fairlife has that in it. Well, most of them do, right? Is there a pure protein, the most healthiest protein shake out there? I don't know. But if it is, list it in my comment section. I just may check it out. Now, this is another protein shake from Fairlife that I just love. This baby packs 42 grams of protein, and it's called the Elite Core Power Elite. And I love the taste of it. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know what's up in here, but when I drink this, I'm telling you, I feel full. I do. I feel full. And it's not what this has 14 ounces. The 30 grams it's 11 and a half ounces, but I feel full. And when I struggle to eat, and really, I've only really struggled to eat on 12.5 milligrams, which I'm at now, and I'm cruising through it right now. I'm not struggling to eat anymore. But at first I was, and those protein shakes came in handy. So I would say instead of not eating, if you just had to get your nutrients in, go to that protein shake. If you're somebody who likes a protein bar and your doctor approves that you can have the protein bar, the protein shake, I would pick a protein bar that has 20 grams of protein or more. Don't go for the ones that have 5 or 6. Those aren't the best protein bars you can have. And hashtag, I'm not a doctor, but I'm just telling you based on my experience. Again, check with your doctor. So another thing I'm going to recommend for you to do is to get a multivitamin. So this is what I use. The brand is Garden of Life. It's a multivitamin for women. And you take 4 of these babies, these capsules a day. I love the Garden of Life brand. A little bit more expensive. Whatever multivitamin you take is what you should take. This is what works for me. So, but whatever multivitamin you can take and put in your regimen, I would definitely add that. Because remember, when you're not eating, you're not getting nutrients. That's important to remember. And that's what made me even started to take supplements years ago. If you're not going to eat the whole food, you got to do some kind of supplementing. And because these GLP-1s suppress our appetite, we're going to need some extra support. But again, check with your doctor before you go and get a multivitamin. Another thing you want to do is get more sleep. That sleep is so important. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You really want to get those in. Sleep is going to help you on your GLP-1 journey. It's going to help you on your fat loss journey. It's going to help you as you're building muscle. Your body just is designed to work and to move, but it also needs to rest. So I want you to really take time out. And I'm going to say I have been prioritizing my sleep and I feel a lot better. So there's that. Nobody really tells you that, but I'm telling you that. So number 8, you're going to feel full. You're going to feel a full sensation after you eat, more full, right, than you're used to. Before, you might have been able to eat a whole pizza before you felt full. Now you might only be able to eat 1 or 2 slices. Before, you may have been able to eat a whole piece of salmon. Now you may be only able to eat a half a piece of salmon. Again, that's why I think it's so important to track what you're eating, to get to know what you're eating and what you're putting in your body, because then you can know where to supplement, what to replace, what to delete, what to add, what to tweak. If you're someone who doesn't want to track on an app or track in a journal, take pictures. Take pictures. I use an app called PEP. So if you're interested in PEP, it's designed to help people on their GLP-1 journey track things. I will put the link in my description if you're interested in that. And I'm going to give you a tip here. The tip is to choose lighter meals, right? You want to get away from the high fatty processed foods and you want to go into more of the whole foods. Once you learn your stopping point where you get full, then you'll know when to push back and you'll know how to adjust your menu and your diet. And when I say diet, I mean like what you're eating. I don't mean being on a diet. So once you get used to that, you're going to know, how to plan accordingly. Number 9 is weight loss often begins slowly. Now, if you're out there and you have started taking a GLP-1 and this is within the first 30 days and you were watching this video and you're saying to yourself, I haven't lost weight, well, you are not alone. There's a lot of people that fall into that category. Now, I'm going to tell you my first month taking the GLP-1, I did lose weight, but I also wasn't shedding off super fast either. I lost, but it wasn't super fast. I don't even really want to get into the numbers of it all because I don't want you starting to compare, which is another thing that we could do on these GLP-1 meds that we don't need to do. I don't want you to say, oh, she lost this and I've only lost that, or she's lost only that and I lost this. The point I'm trying to make here is some people notice weight loss in the first 4 weeks, the first 30 days, and some people do not, and that's okay. Your body has to get used to the medication in its own way. And if after 4 weeks you don't lose, absolutely talk to your doctor, talk about why you're not losing, talk about strategies and different things you can do. And, ask yourself, am I doing all the things? Am I doing all the things? And if you're doing all the things, you might say, what are all the things? If you are getting your rest, 7 to 9 hours, and I say 7 to 8, 7 to 9 hours. Are you drinking your water, 64 or to 80 ounces? Are you eating that fiber, 25 to 35 grams? Are you in a calorie deficit? Are you prioritizing that protein first? Are you getting between 80 and 120 grams of protein? And whatever your doctor says you should get, are you hitting those targets? You really have to ask yourself that and talk to your doctor. You may be ready for the next dose. One thing I want you to remember is the first month, the first 30 days is about adjusting to the medication and building habits, building those habits, all those things I talked about, getting all those things in. If you can do that, you're going to be off to a great start. I mean, you really, really are. You need to make sure that you're building those lifestyle changes because, this is a health journey. For some of you, it's a weight loss journey. I would say to you, as you, go along on this journey, especially if you're watching my channel, you're going to find out that not only are you on a weight loss journey, you're on a health journey, right? You're on a journey to better your health overall. When you lose weight, a lot of those things that bother us that comes along with weight, they start to get better. Once they get better, you feel better. So I encourage you to get your labs done. I'm going to encourage you in the first 30 days to get a DEXA scan, an in-body scan. Talk to your doctor, look it up in your community. Where can you get these things? If it's a lot of money, see if you could go to a local gym, sign up for a free membership for 7 days. If they offer a scan and the 7 days, get that free, cancel if you need to, whatever you need to do. You want to see where you are because those are some of the things that's going to help you along to know how much body fat you have, how much lean muscle mass you have, measure yourself so you can see, where did you start with your inches. I guarantee you, and I shouldn't say guarantee, but I'm pretty sure by the end of those 4 weeks, if you have been doing all the things and changing your lifestyle, you're going to see a change in your measurements. It may not show up on the scale is what I'm telling you. So just be patient and just don't quit. A lot of people quit right away. It's either the side effects that get them or they don't see the fast weight loss that they think they should see. And don't compare yourself because you're not like everybody else. You are you. You are unique. Your body is different. Whatever you have going on, it may take you a lot more time. So when you watch some of my other videos, I'm going to talk to you about what a slow responder can expect. Because if you haven't lost in 4 weeks, or it's been 2 weeks that you haven't seen anything on the scale, I'm going to put this video up, and that, you can go and watch that video, and that video is going to explain to you what to do if you're a slow responder. What are some of the things you can do? But here's a tip, and I think I've said it already. A tip is measure your inches, track your non-scale victories. Is your inflammation gone? What is your lab work looking like? Even after 4 weeks, you probably won't notice a change in your lab work, but get some lab work done so that 3 months down the road, you'll have something to compare to. Stay patient. That's the number one thing I could tell you to do, is stay patient. You've got this. Don't give up. Do not give up, and do not compare yourself to what everybody else is doing. You're on your own journey. So this is where the mind shift kicks in. Number 10, mindset shift begins here. Hopefully by this time, your first 30 days, you are realizing that this is not a magic tool. You have to work this medication. This is a treatment plan, and most treatment plans require something of the person getting treatment, and that is you. And so you're on this treatment plan, you're on this health journey, you're going to have to work the plan, right? If you don't have a plan, keep watching this channel, because you will see what the possible plan can be. I'm going to name some things that you should do, but I also want you to talk to your doctor. That's the best thing you can do, is talk to your doctor. Hopefully you have a doctor. If you don't have a doctor, whoever prescribed your medication, talk with them. If you can't talk with them about what to do and how to do it, watch this video again. Go back and watch some of my older videos, and just make sure that a doctor is approving anything you do. Because if you're watching things on YouTube and you're watching things from people that aren't doctors, and it sounds cool and you should be doing this and trying that, none of that is what you should be doing unless your doctor tells you you should do that. So I'm a big proponent of talking to your doctor. The biggest thing I can tell you is expect to have a new normal when it comes to food, when it comes to how you feel, when it comes to hunger, when it comes to your appetite. You got to kind of get used to all that. And once you figure all that out, you will be fine. A tip is meal prepping and being organized and knowing what I'm going to eat and how much I'm going to eat. That really has helped me lose the 82 pounds over time. So with that said, those are my 10 things I wish somebody had told me. I always say my doctor never went out and gave me marching orders. She just told me this is going to help me lose weight. It's going to control my A1C. It's going to zap my appetite, suppress my appetite. And she was right. It did all those things, but it was never, this is how you do it. I've kind of learned over time, learned through experience, and you will too. So we have come to the end, and I just want to say, thank you for sticking around and watching. I want you to leave a comment and let me know, how long have you been taking your GLP-1 med? And if you are a newbie, tell me about your experience. If this is your first 30 days, tell me about it. How are you feeling? Are you getting the protein in? What are you doing? What is your routine, your schedule? Feel free to let me know. If you have any questions for me, leave it in the chat. I will be happy to answer anything I can. Just good luck on your journey. And just remember, slow does not mean never. If you're losing slowly, that's okay. Just stick with it, and eventually the weight will come off. And if not, you can work with your doctor to figure out if there's something else going on. That's always a possibility. So I just wish you the best of luck. Thank you for watching. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to join me live. I am live on Wednesdays at 8:30. Now hit that notification bell, because I may just do a pop-up. Anytime I pop up, it'll let you know that the Downsizing Diva is live. I want you to like and share this video. Share this video with anybody that's starting a GLP-1 journey. And shout out to my girls. Shout out to you ladies for trying this medication, for just starting, for taking control of your health. And I'm going to be sharing this video with them. So you share if you care, right? So share the video. If you need some more support on your journey and you want a private group, I have created a group called Downsizing Divas, GLP-1 and Beyond. It's my inner circle. And it's a private group of women that offer support to each other. So I realize everybody doesn't doesn't want to be on YouTube sharing their stories, sharing their journey. So this is meant for people who want something a little bit more intimate and private. I will put a link in the description for that. I also have a link in my Stand store for that group. Now, also check out the Stand store. I have a Stand store. It has a lot of resources, guides, tools to help you on your GLP-1 journey. There's also a link in the description. And finally, I want you to take great care of yourself. And you've already started, right? Because you're on this GLP-1 health journey. I am so proud of you for that. And remember, slow and steady wins the race. Just don't quit. Downsizing, Diva.